Hello, Zero here, and welcome to another episode of the Manager series, a 100% lore playthrough of Lobotomy Corporation. So, in the previous episode, we finally finished getting the infamous HUD or suppression, and now we can suppress NetSAS or just transfer everyone from safety team to the training team. So what we need is, well, we need to prepare for healing and recovery system. So it means that we probably won't be able to heal somehow. But we shall see what that really is. But first things first, he got lots of lob points, and at this point in the game, we really don't need that much lob points, mainly because we completed HOD's bonus, which is it's not mentioned here, but when you hire anyone, it automatically gives them 3 to all. So with that, I think it would be best if we just pump everyone up to Justice. I can skip that. To just pump everyone up to 3. Marga, Devona, then we've got Elena and Hunter. We don't have any stat checkers, thankfully, because we got most of the stat checkers like Scarecrow and Singing Machine and the Woodsman in the previous cycle. Also Pansy. Okay, so we got that. With those guys at level 3, we can now give them A-class weapons to increase their survivability. Regardless, I think I'll just give them really strong ranged weapons. Okay, let's see first the Tets. So Pansy is Zines. Okay, no one's using Zines, which is great. Pansy's still using Beak. I think Pansy can now use Screaming Wedge. Which is better, definitely better. Frank should be okay with Screaming Wedge. Black range damage, I can give them Letitia. Our Galaxy, not bad. So we've got Vav weapons that they can carry now. Oh, this is better than that. And the pistol. Let's use Syrinx. As for the suit, let's see who's wearing Ted suits. I think the only ones who might wear Ted suits are those preparing for the Fragments of the Universe. But right now, it looks like everyone is already wearing Vav or Hay or higher. So, nothing special about that. Devona, Elena, Raika. I might change Raika. Raika is going to be farming the red shoes, and I'd love to give Raika something better. Red shoes doesn't deal that much damage, but again, we can't heal, so it's much better if we give people something stronger. Of course, there's Harvest. The ever present Harvest. Then there's also Pansy. Pansy, I'm just going to check what Pansy has. I got full valves. Pansy's wearing this. What I'm going to do with Pansy, I might send them over to Queen of Hatred just to pump up their ability. Or I'd rather just send them to Snow Queen just for safety. Yeah, Snow Queen seems to be ideal. Next would be, in our list, would be Maki. Maki can work on Snow Queen. The suit's all-rounder though. So shouldn't hurt. Then Farah. Farah can work on the fetus. Alright, I'll just give Farah the harvest again just to be safe. Then Galena. Galena can pump up their prudence using Rudolta. Velasquez should work on justice, and that's gonna be a child of the galaxy. Same thing with Chloe. Chloe doesn't really need to worry about that, mainly because they're wearing an Aleph suit. As for the rest, I'll let them farm. For example, Victor, the other level 5s, I think I can just send them to farm. I think I can give Victor, is it Dakota? I'll just give Victor Solemn Lament and a weapon that is ranged. We have another ranged weapon they can use. Now everything's magic bullet, diffraction, discord. No, don't have anything range. Force Match Flame is fine. Just give Force Match Flame. Koda, that should be strong against black damage. Haru, yeah, strong against black damage. Quinn is also decent against black damage. So what I'm planning to do with what I'm mentioning is I am just going to let them farm the Queen of Hatred and the other girl in Amber. And yeah, that's pretty much our plan. We have to determine what this healing thing is. But either way, we shall see what that is about. Okay, this is Nessa. It's, again, more tentacles going out of their bodies. No one is actually safe here. You know the safety. Safety what? Anyway, let's start things off with killing people. I could use the hotkey, but it's 8. It's way too far from my fingers. Alright. Haru, do that. Velasquez. Think. Work on the child. Let's see about what will happen to Haru first. If there's anything special about this. Yeah, everything's good. No, it's taken 2 damage. Taken 1 damage. 2. Okay, there was a kiss, but Haru wasn't healed. Okay. Right, just send Haru over here again. Just double check. That's red damage. Want to continue prolonging these undesired lives? What do you expect to see at the end of this? Let's see if the department heals. Nope, doesn't heal. Let's try bullets. Nope. So we don't have any sort of healing. That's kinda that's worrying, but let's just see. Maybe our people are strong enough to be able to survive. Let's go Raika. Oh, Snow Queen has moved. Huh. There's a Snow Queen. Oh, that's great. It's closer to where we need Snow Queen to be. But where's Maki? Okay. Nameless fetus would be Vera. Let's see if we didn't forget to give Vera decent armor. Oh, he didn't forget. And Galena would go for Rudalta. That's a bit of damage for... On the plus side, we have level 5s. So they should be able to survive 6 meltdowns without healing. And that's Raika. With a high temperance. And Galena's not taking that much damage either. And I got her Dalta done. So what next? Velasquez didn't take much damage out of that, so let's just send Velasquez again. The farm. As for the Snow Queen, did Maki take a bit of damage? Maki took a bit of damage, but not that much. So we should be fine to send another. Sends them for another round. Now, so for the meltdowns, it's going to be 2. Why must I wake up and do all the garbage I hate every single day? I mean, since we're not healing anyway, there's really no reason for Velasquez to run over. Wait. No, it's not healing. Even with the bonus, it's not healing. And let's trigger it. Let's see what the animation will be here. Yep, Pansy. Ah, everyone's healed. I think. Okay, everyone is healed every meltdown. Let's ignore that. We don't want people to accidentally die. If we're going to deal with a Firebird, I think Chloe would be the best. Either Chloe or Adam. Adam is decent enough. So I can go with this. Let's go with a bad result. Let's just not make this fail. It's not going to breach anyway. See, next one on our list would be Quinn. Hopefully Quinn can survive this. Now let's go kill 3 more. Now same thing again. Red shoes, we've got Raika. Dalta would be Galena. This would be... Who is this? Farah? Yep, Farah. Snowpeen is Maki, right? Let's go for insight for Maki. Then the next for the child would be Chloe, but... I'm kinda iffy on Chloe, but since we've got lots of Alephs here, I shouldn't mind. I mean, we've got Adam. Adam taking a huge 1 damage out of their 100 life. Right, Chloe, it's your turn to farm that. We've got Green Dawn. Really not a big issue for us. Oh, that was weird. Rin didn't take that much damage. Right. And let's just unlock this. I'm not going to read this anymore. And it's the King of Read. We'll just read this after we finish all of the core suppressions. So it's normal. Punishing Bird seems fine. Safety theme is just for show, right? And another one for Maki. Maki is able to deal with it. Nameless Fetus, no problem with Vera. So we can just send Vera over again. And also Galena. Also no problem with Galena. Now the only problem, I mean problem in air quotes, would be our friendly neighborhood doubt, which apparently showed up before we could prepare for it. Now where are the doubt? Adam can suppress that. They're all in. They're all in elevators though. I think our clerks should be able to deal with them. But we'll see. Yeah, that's annoying. Farah. I think the training team can do a quick run. Same thing with the... Oh. Same thing with the control team. Okay, that killed one. And that killed that. Formation team. Oh, let's save this guy. So, one person got killed here. Oh, boring. See how many died. No, no one died there, huh? So I guess the only person that died was this guy. And this guy. So 2? Right, to live was a process full of pain. Now, who else? Next on the list is Adam. And Galina's just going to go back here. Really no reason for Galina to go back. Now this one again is going to be Velasquez. This one again is going to be Vera. This one would be Raika. Got that smile though. And this is going to be Maki again. And that's the plan. Shouldn't make the same mistake for Noon. Though for Noon, what we are going to do is just assign people to places that need people. So I'm going to assign people here, not there. So here, 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 and here. Outside of that, we really don't have any. There's really no risk involved. And we can just run people to the opposite end if needed. So again, it seems that we are healed during... Let's execute 2 more just to be safe. We're healed every Cliff-Off meltdown. It's just 1. Who else? Did we just finish this? No, yeah, we just finished that. Okay. Again, Velasquez. And Maki. There's an Velasquez, then Maki, then just 1 more for Velasquez. But before that, let's assign people to the right locations. Move them down here. Move all of them there. So these 2 again are going to be the hunter killers. Though I might just leave 2 people here. Here. I want that to breach. And Velasquez, you go there, since you're the one who's going to trigger it. Let's see if they have new flavor text. So I'm just going to wait for a few seconds before the flavor text pops up. Banner self-sense of guilt, everyone. They... what? They cut? What's this place is horrible? No one's actually safe here. No one's in. Okay, that was since early. Kind of sense of guilt, man. They couldn't be saved anyways. No one's actually safe. Okay, we read that. On some other, at least just one more. Only thing I can hope for is a blissful end. Okay. Last guess. Do the honors. And let's start the noon. Where is it? But this is weak against black damage. We got a new background sound. Okay, it's not hysterical, so we killed enough people. Okay, just 2 attacks. I'll try to defend these guys. Or maybe the skin though. Broke through the armor. Oh, you messed up. I'll send these guys over here. Going to try to let Rodolta escape. And that killed a lot of people. I don't need to execute anymore. Never want to be in this position anyways. Never asked for this. Not once. Okay, that's dead. The clerks might be able to kill this. See if there's someone else. Nope. And we've got everything maxed out already. So the plan is we're just going to continue what we were doing earlier. So Adam was the last person. It's time for Victor to try this out. And this won't be Velasquez, this would be Chloe. This thing is still Vera. Vera, very high. Oh, this one would be Raika. Maki should be maxed out by now. Oh, we'll see. There's 5. The end. Okay, I wasn't able to read that. Oh, Galena. Hopefully Galena's gonna be 120 after this day. Then the hope that anyone will live on thanks to me is gone. So the 5 would be something from here or here. I'm just worried about this guy. But we have enough. We should have enough. I am kind of iffy on this. I'll just send Adam over because Adam has the highest health. So as long as they peck Adam, won't be a problem. Do we have anything for the red shoes? Oh, just another axe. That's another axe that we don't really need. Victor. Need to level that up. And Chloe. I can send Vera and I can send Vera for that. Chloe, I'd rather have Chloe here. So we have enough vibes for the apple. Let's just send Chloe for one last work. And we can trigger it using the red shoes and the nameless fetus. So it's taking the damage. Adam. Now that's the good thing about Adam is wearing an Aleph suit, which means the damage is 0. Undesired lives, what do you expect to see at the end? It's actually safe here, okay. Same thing over and over again. Send Vera over. Then I can start triggering it using the shoes. Hopefully the punishing bird is also affected. So these guys aren't affected. These guys will be affected, but shouldn't really matter for me. So once I get to 5, I am good. Shouldn't have any problems anymore. Now, Rika. Rika's there. All the way there guarding. Firebird again. Sure. Let's send Adam over. This one. Anyone was carrying black, but we can't send Chloe, so I think Quinn has the dibs. Pansy, I can send Pansy over here. And these guys, I can send someone for this one. This one I'm not going to touch. We've proven that this doesn't kill for just one person when there's one person using it. But this one we don't know if that will kill anyone, so I'm not going to touch that. And this is our last meltdown along these underside lives. Fancy. Ooh, lucky. Let's ignore this, even though it's going to... And we're going to take a hit for that. Queen of Hatred, not hysterical, but... Alright, Dakota, let's kill people. I think the movement people are... Don't need the extra movement. And I don't need to kill more. That's 3 already. Okay, again. Vera. Galena. What's the last one? Velasquez, huh? I'll just alternate between Velasquez and Chloe for this last mission. This last meltdown. And it's taking all that damage. As for the red shoes, and send Raiko over. Those lipstick lips are just kind of freaking me out a bit every time I see it. Right, got that. King of Greed. This one's Aleph, but it's very short, so I'm just going to go for the Gold Rush suit. Got enough Vavs in terms of weaponry, so I don't mind not having that. And it's a bad result, which is for this bird is good. Oddly enough. Punishing Bird, escape, and Adam's going to be the target again. Ouch. And we got the King of Greed. Child of the Galaxy. Send Chloe over. I can just end the day using Child of the Galaxy. Except we've got someone who is trapped. So who else hasn't? Haru hasn't, huh? Okay, Maki is uncontrollable. I guess Haru hasn't done it yet. Right, let's send Haru over for some attachment work. Almost killed one of our people. He'll fight for Kai, who's trapped in the Snow Palace. Again, this is based on Fortitude. Okay, he got level 5 Fortitude, so we're not going to lose. Yeah, we almost killed this guy. Both got the bonus. Where is it? She has HP plus 6, SP plus 6. Now we'll let the Punishing Bird return so we don't lose 1 love point. Adam though, Adam's taking around 15%. Alright, Punishing Bird is returning. And And it's time to end this. I stop breathing, but life out calls out to me yet again. Galina got more prudent, so got level 5. Maki is also level 5 because of the double bonus. Raika though, Raika's just level 4. The prudence wasn't really that big. Vera, we failed to get Vera to level 5 or the others. As for the level 5s which we pumped up, okay, they're 100. Chloe's just level 4, not enough. Quinn, Velasquez, Harrison 99. Victor's 99, 96. And that is the core suppression of Netza. I think this is for the next department. We don't have any place for this. The color of the human heart is pink, and by wearing the same color, we can blend in with people's minds. Carmen was here. She laughed so hard at seeing the two of us talking like this. I mean, we've never really talked to each other. After all, I was here because I trusted Carmen, not you. I hope this will bring Carmen back to life. We couldn't save her. It was the result that I had been expecting since the very start. I couldn't answer his last words because I didn't want to desolate the only hope he had left. That was my selfishness, believing that he would be at least happy in a fleeting dream he could not wake from, lying in his restless sleep. So I totally failed in that enkephalin experiment of mine, seeing that I'm facing you right now. I'll have to check out another way next time. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. Don't peep a word of this to Miss Angela or the other Sephiroth. They'd have a field day. I heard treatment is needed for a while because my parts were full of enkephalin. It'll probably be tough. A bit painful too. To be honest, I didn't want to wake up ever again. It's been a while since I've had such a long sleep. But somewhere deep in my flickering consciousness, someone called out to me. That familiar, yet unfamiliar voice said this. No, you cannot. Here you must ask my permission for anything, even for death. And then you saved me. Opened my eyes once again to hear where we stand, sadly. This place will never be safe. It's impossible, even if everyone tries. Well, there's something to get out of all of this. It's to try to unlive. Even though life is full of pain, if I have to find and hold on to even the tiniest speck of possibility, that's what you and the voice wished for. Can't help but give a shot at living up to your hopes, now can I? From the get-go, I had no respect for you. You know that. But for the first time, I think that maybe it was me who called you. Came to ruin me, but also to save me. I think we're both in a similar situation. We're both caught up in the karma of the past. I'm not the one who has changed. It's you, manager. You're the one who's finally starting to see clearly. Fearlessness to keep on living. So we've got, basically That's Nets has trauma. He's losing the will to exist, and we've seen that multiple times, even with the interactions with Tiferet. But with this, both of us, like with the other Sephiroth, both Netza and A or X, learned something new from that experience. I am a machine, can remember everything. Okay, this is day 26. I think so. I want to go home. Sister, probably aren't going back to our old house anymore. Try to think of this place as your new home. How can you even call this place home? It's too different from our real home. And there's no mom. Well, what if he said Carmen was our new mom then? No, it isn't the same at all. Let me go home, please. Enoch. Alright, I could pronounce it Enoch or the English Enoch, which I did with Elijah. So right now I'm just going to use Enoch, which is more... I don't know, it's not appropriate, but I'm more comfortable with Enoch. Enoch, why do you keep trying to participate in those weird experiments? You know we don't have to. Besides, Carmen told us we didn't have to worry about anything here too. Of course, it'd be really fun to spend time with you here, without a care in the world. Sometimes I imagine a future like that would be a very happy one. But how would we be able to find meaning in our lives here? There are children abandoned in the outskirts who are dying every day. We were only able to live on thanks to an unexpected turn of events. Settling for simple comfort in this place is not what I was born to do. And it shouldn't be either. Your words are too hard for me. Why do you have so many thoughts in your mind? They say too much thinking might make you a weird person. You know, Lisa, I think I have always been sad. I never loved my own life for even a second. How nice would it be to live in a happy world next time? You know, are you hurt? No, it doesn't hurt one bit. Please don't be sad. I know something good will happen next time. Seems you're awake. You are in Lobotomy Corporation and I'm the one who woke you. The both of you are Tiferet. You will be working as my assistants, helping me with amazing work from here on out. Why do we have the same name? Because there's no point in distinguishing between you two. Hi, nice to meet you, Tiferet. I keep making silly mistakes, Tiferet. Don't worry, I'll help you. I'm sure you'll be fine on your own pretty soon. Made it so far, the other Sephiroth wouldn't have dreamed of working this fast. Might be even better partners than we thought. Yeah, I think so too. I wonder, why do we exist here? Why do you worry about that? We're part of the Central Command Department, and we're sitting on a mountain of work to do. Just need to focus on the task on hand. We are radically different from normal machines. I think about you, and you think about me. We both ponder about things, feel pain, and recognize our own existence. There must be some reason for it. Be careful, Tiferet. If Miss Angela finds you're wondering about things like that, she won't be happy about it. Lady Angela, what will happen to Tiferet? Apart from the fact that his condition is abnormal, his excessive questioning will affect the manager's duties as well. Since this behavior is unacceptable under any circumstances, I'll have to reset him to the default status now. Don't worry, he'll be alright. You're simply going back to your first day at the company. But, Lady Angela, Tiferet has spent so much time with me. You're really starting to act like a child now, Tiferet. Why don't you say your goodbyes then? Though, you two will meet again soon anyway. Tiferet, I'm sorry, Tiferet. Why are you crying, Tiferet? Sorry, couldn't do anything for you. Please don't be sad. I know something good will happen next time. Yeah. You're here. Sometimes I spend my time here. Makes me think about a lot of things. Tiferet always looked at the world one step ahead of me. He was seeing his own world that I will never come to know. We were always next to each other, but in reality, we were never truly together. Do you know that feeling of missing someone, even though they're standing right beside you? I don't care at all about the meaning or purpose of existence that Tiferet talked about. I just wanted the two of us to happily stay here together. That was all. But this place won't allow us to have even that small luxury. There are countless of Tiferet's dead bodies piled up here, can't you see? I'm standing here, stepping on their remains, traveling over all the memories, reminiscences, the time that I spent with Tiferet. I'm standing on top of it right now, but I still don't get it. Still can't reach the world Tiferet saw. I sing the song of our hometown and mourn for Tiferet, even though this will never reach him. Care to join me? Tiferet, what are you doing here? Just reminiscing on old memories. What memories? The good old days when we were together. You're right, I had lots of fun together. Come back to me soon, Tiferet. I'll be reading the rest of the report. I will. You can replace the machine and transfer the key memories all you want, and that still won't bring back the Tiferet I knew. Does that really matter, though? Tiferet will continue to smile at you, and he'll spend time with you just like before. Kindly refrain from bringing up such wasteful matters, Tiferet. It's completely meaningless here. I don't really like you. The new manager would always have some kind of influence on Tiferet, and that would eventually lead to yet another breakdown. It will be the same, time and time again. We will discard Tiferet again and again, and he will stray further and further from what we used to be. What I'm scared of most is seeing Tiferet burn to a husk, worn down from all those overloads and resets. From now, you can at least look normal and talk with me, pretending to feel nostalgia for the old memories that were forcefully added back. But he's been getting more and more unstable, as a matter of fact. We're basically pumping electricity into a machine that's already teetering to keep it running. You can make as many copies as you want of his body, but he only has one soul. His one and only soul. And look what we've done to it. You, let me ask you a favor. You've been good at doing favors for me so far. You should be able to manage this one. Could you get rid of Tiferet? permanently? Angela would say there's a reason for the two of us working here together. She'd say that we are two, yet one. But I can handle the Central Command Department all by myself. I proved myself a long time ago. Please, let Red rest in peace, as if I were alone from the beginning, before it gets any worse. Why aren't you saying anything? In fact, Lady Angel doesn't care about us at all. Whether there's one Tiferet or two, whether one just became a moving piece of useless scrap for whatever reason, or if one were overloaded and dumped on top of countless other discarded Tiferet left to melt in the storage, she wouldn't care. But you're different. You're supposed to be different. There were many abandoned children in the outskirts. These children were one of many end results of the countless conflicts among the wings within the city. Aside from disease and hunger, the most frightening enemy for the children were the ones referred to as the sweepers. The sweepers usually preyed upon the children, but sometimes they would accompany them. Both were worst-case scenarios for the children. One fixer of ours was exploring the outskirts and came across these children. We could easily guess why she bothered to report her findings to us. We figured out that she had spent quite a bit of time agonizing whether to report it or not. Carmen personally asked her to bring the children here. To take the two children into the city from the outskirts required an extremely complicated procedure, but no one complained. Two children didn't look like siblings, but they depended on each other more so than any siblings by blood do. The girl was easily frightened and wouldn't open up very much to us. However, the boy started to show interest in our experiment. I saw it in his eyes. He had already seen and experienced so much of the world's despair and misfortune, his eyes no longer looked like those of a child. Please allow me to participate in the experiment, he said. Carmen spent many nights thinking about his earnest request. And finally, we approved his participation. Where did we want to go while holding a child's hand? Should have been the one to die. Yeah, I should have died. Lisa's vicious mumbling like I had no weight to it, but I knew one thing. I knew Carmen's answer was sincere. Ever since that day, her wound quietly deepened. So, that is Tiferet, or Lisa and Enoch. As for the safety team, it's also immune to meltdowns, which is good. So right now we only need to focus on guarding the Central Command team and at this point the disciplinary team for the meltdowns, and we don't need to go to the main department room to be healed. People in the hallways are always healed at 50% efficiency, so similar to if there's an abnormality or an ordeal in the main room. 50% efficiency. So we've got our memory poster imprinted. So now, I think for everything else, I can just assign Velasquez back to Velasquez. Who were the people, original people in 4? Velasquez, Elena. Elena, I'm just going to leave Elena there, but Velasquez will stay here. Who else is there? Velasquez, Elena, and Hunter. Hunter is still not yet ready. Now for center team, I am going to send Mackie again. Mackie, Galena, and London. These guys can go somewhere else. Dakota should be the head of the training team, but I think at this moment I can just assign him to the safety team first. As for these guys, Adam should be here. Adam, Raika, and Devona. Yeah, remember that. So the center, we've got Orga. Orga is still here. Wait. Center team should be London, Galena, and Mackie. Now Pansy is still there. Quinn is Hesed. Victor is what? Victor should be here. Victor, Chloe, and Pansy. Vera is also Hesed, so just stick them in the middle first. Now these guys are going to be farming. Okay, so I guess that's that. Before everything else, let's just continue doing what we normally do. We're gonna take a look at our first off. We're gonna take a look at our new abnormality. It's 30, so probably Aleph, and it's a crowdfunder abnormality. This abnormality takes the form of humanoid creatures in pink equipment. Its intellectual capacity is high enough that it can verbally converse with human beings. At the very least, it seems friendly during observation and work. It has identified itself as a special force from Redacted, and uses the pronoun we when referring to itself. It has continuously shown positive intentions to help humanity. Aleph, positive intentions. That's, as they say, kinda sus. Alright, we also completed the King of Greed. I've already read this, so no need to read that. But yeah, King of Greed. The first bit of humanity's desire started with a bite of a sweet apple. We've been banished from Eden for that sin, and now we're standing inside a vast orchard. My basket is so large all the fruits of the world can't make it full. But is it so bad to lust for honey when there are flowers? After all, we are born to pursue happiness. Happiness became obsession, obsession became greed, and the greed forever solidified to become a golden amber. The happiness in the beginning, still holding a smile, dwells inside. That's that. The first seed of desire originated from the pure yearning for happiness. The tiny seed grew larger and larger, hungering for more. Over time, the seed hardened and turned into a piece of shiny gem. Enticed by its sheen, starving fish swallowed it, but it only made the fish even hungrier. The desires of people usually go unfulfilled. Many desires are abandoned, but they are not completely gone. They die. They hide deep in the subconscious, lurking at the bottom of the lake, ready to spring up at any moment. However, the yearning for happiness may also rear its head from time to time, darting its tongue like a snake. As soon as a tiny piece of bait falls into the river, the hungry fish will come up and snatch it in an instant. We delude ourselves to be highly rational beings who are in full control of these things. But it's such a preposterous belief. It's laughable. No one has as much control over ourselves as we believe. The magical girl was no longer a magical girl. Ate many things. Authority, money, fame, and many other forms of pleasure. She ended up eating away anything in her sight. Now, only visceral greed remains. Someone's diary. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. They say there once was something called soul therapy. What does it feel like to have an ill soul? We're all healthy, but maybe all of this is a tragic illusion. Once there were people who tried to change the world. We all remember them. We remember how they met their downfall. Desires, I know of desires that ruin all things. We no longer believe in anything, in something, nor do we entertain hope for a miracle. We don't think too much about why they've changed, and we don't blame them, for we have realized that endless desire brings despair. I sometimes feel a terrible dejection, that I do not know where the pain comes from. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. Deep is the sorrow of the world, greed, deeper still than agony. Sadness says, "Be gone, pass away." But greed seeks eternity, seeks deep, deep eternity. Okay, so this whole thing about the fish, it kind of explains why the breaching looks like fish. But yeah, this is yet another magical girl, just like the Queen of Hatred. So we got the Queen of Hatred, the King of Greed, and as we've seen in the previous cycle, the Knight of Despair. So you already have 3 of the magical girls. So I guess that's that. Let's go back and look at our spoils, if we have one. I think we already have the Gold Rush. We don't have the big Aleph hand glove thing. But we can read the Ego suits. Finally, another Vav on all-rounder Vav suit. The amber-colored gem on the armor shines brilliantly, but this avarice materialized, ultimately a dangerous object. The gorgeous pattern of gold has captivated the hearts of many an employee. The allure possibly comes from the deepest parts of the subconscious. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it to you how you interpret this. But there is a hint here that this is related to the backstory of the Lobotomy Corporation. So we've seen what Carmen wanted to fix disease of the soul. And before I end this episode, let's go back and do another callback that was pointed out in Tiferet. So, yeah. Carmen's suicide was related to Enoch's death. So, when Enoch died, Lisa was angry at her, and probably the straw that broke the camel's back. So she committed suicide in the bloodbath, and she is in cryo sleep with, let's see, where's the Snow Queen? Yeah. Put in a cryo coffin. Don't know if she's dead or still in suspended animation, but yeah, that's more of the story. As for the other magical girl, we can take a quick look at the Night of Despair. So again, hero of the past, guardian of justice, but it failed and is now in despair. So we're now at 72%. We are really getting close to what we need. And in terms of the Sephiroth, we've completed Asia. Next episode, I think we now have enough to get 3 Vavs. So hopefully we can get that. And that's it for this episode. As always, you can watch these videos on YouTube. New videos come out every day, 12 midnight UTC, 8 a.m. Philippine time. And if you want to watch me record these, just follow me on Twitch. So both the YouTube links and the Twitter links, not Twitter, Twitch links are in the description of the opposite. And that's it for this episode. See you in the next episode, where we go back to the usual abnormality lore and not LobCorp lore, since the next core suppression earliest would be in 10 days. So yeah, that's it for this episode, and hope you have a great day.